my time and money to go to parties and things like this. And I had very big following and very big shows. So before I entered into Islam, I didn't have too much information about what Islam was, but I used to be in the United States military, so I got my experience about Muslims from when I was there in Iraq or Afghanistan. So I knew that how the media portrayed Muslims was not always accurate, but still I didn't know if this was true for all Muslims or not. But the Muslims that I had met in Muslim countries, I saw that they were not as the media portrayed them. How I started to learn about Islam was I used to hang out at the cafes in my city in Texas, and I met a group of Saudi students. They were there on a student visa to study. Once I started to hang out with them, they started to talk to me about Islam little by little. So this piqued my curiosity, and I wanted to know more, and I'm very curious for knowledge. So I went to the university in my city and started to take Arabic lessons. So from there I started to learn Arabic so that I could understand Islam more. So the more I started to learn about Islam, the more confused I got, because I really believed everything that I heard about Islam, and I really believed that it made sense and it was the right way. However, I still had a little bit of a doubt. So one of the students who was helping me with Islam and teaching me about Islam, they recommended that I just pray to God, not to Jesus or anyone, just pray to God and ask for guidance, for hidayah. So I went home and I just prayed to Allah, not Jesus or not something. I said, Allah, please, if Islam is the right religion, if it's the right way, make me feel confident, make me feel for sure that this is the right way, and give me peace. And if it's not the right way and Christianity is the right religion, then keep me far away from Islam. So I had a series of 3 dreams before I became Muslim, 3 nights in a row, and the 4th morning when I woke up is when I took Shahada. These dreams were so impactful and so sure that they were from Allah. These dreams had me where I was reciting Quran, and where other people were coming to me to ask me to recite for them or to give them knowledge. Many of these dreams, I was hearing things I wasn't taught yet. I was knowing things that no one taught me and I didn't hear. So this is how I knew that these I first became Muslim and she found out, immediately she pushed me away. She wouldn't let me in the door when I came to visit her to talk to her about, hey, I'm a Muslim now and this is my life. And she blocked my number. So really I had no choice but to retreat. I had no choice but to back off and try to let her process what's happening with her daughter, because I'm an only child. I don't have any brothers or sisters, and we don't have a family. It's just me and my mom since I'm small. So she had to process it on her own. So I left her. We didn't talk for more than 1 year, not because of me. I tried to contact her. You know, in Islam, we have to respect our parents and especially our mothers. So Islam talks about don't cut the ties of kinship. Don't not talk to someone for more than 3 days. So I understood this, so I did reach out to her, but unfortunately because she blocked my number, it was not possible for me to contact her. So we did have this separation. Then after a year or two, she started to warm up a little bit. She started to answer my calls. She started to text with me, even though I was not living near her. But we started to talk back again normal. So when I reverted and stayed with them for a long time and been friends with them for 10 years or 12 years, they disowned me. They left me in 1 second. So when I became Muslim, my decision to become a Muslim. because I had a hadayah straight from Allah. Allah was putting something inside of my heart and my mind that kept me from even going down the path of doubt. And I can't explain it, Allahu Alam, but I just felt like, okay, I have to go with my gut feeling, and I have to go with my heart, what's my heart saying deep down, and it's just to keep going. Forget the people who abandoned me. Just stay close to Islam and keep connected to it, and nothing else matters. Throughout the years of me being a Muslim, especially right after I reverted to Islam, I did have the desire to go back to singing. And actually, I had many people online, many of my followers were like, why don't you do like Islamic music or Islamic rapping like this? But honestly, in the beginning, it was a little bit tempting, and I thought, yes, I could do that. But when I saw the other women in Islam that started doing rap songs about Islam and alhamdulillah like this, I thought it was very cheap, and I didn't want to cheapen the religion, and I wanted to be serious with the religion. So I ended up not doing it, and after a few years, alhamdulillah, I didn't have the urge or the thought to go back to doing singing. I didn't miss it anymore. In the beginning, yes, I felt like, women are treated a little bit unfairly in Islam. However, the more knowledge that I got in Islam, being a Muslim over the years, and the more that I lived life as a Muslim myself, I realized that Islam doesn't really oppress women or restrict women, but everything that is made for women as far as rights or rules, these things, is to protect the woman. And you find that a lot of Muslim women have more dignity. People respect them more, and people don't bother them as much like men or such. Since coming to Algeria, I've experienced many things that I never thought I would experience. I've never visited a country before that was so friendly and so welcoming, and the Algerian people, they will do anything for you. Algerians are the friendliest people, and I never thought that I would experience such a love. And it's not Algerian love necessarily, but they take this part of Islam of treating other Muslims with respect and dignity. This is the important thing about the Algerians, because they really focus on that and they practice that. Since my short time here in Algeria, I've gotten to try so much Algerian food, so much Algerian food. And my two favorite Algerian foods that I've tried so far is barek and shawarma freak. I could eat this every day, and I'm hoping when I get back to America that I'm gonna be able to make it myself, so I can eat it there, inshallah. I've learned some words while I'm here. I've learned washraki, bazet, and shakun inti. And these are words I hear a lot, so I find myself these past days repeating them and using them myself, which makes me so excited. So many Muslims around the world, they ask a lot of questions to me about Islam and being a Muslim and being American. And one of the most popular questions that I get from other Muslims or foreign Muslims is, how do they treat you in America, like being a Muslim and how you dress and everything? And I tell them that it's really hard, because where I live particularly is very against Islam, very against Muslims. And so I'll be going out shopping or to the gas station. People will say, hey, go back to your country. You're not welcome here. We don't want you here. You're a terrorist. You came here illegally. Leave our country. Things like this. Sometimes they will even attack me. I've had people try to pull off my hijab. I've had people run their carts into my cart in the shopping mall. I've had people try to run me off the road. So people try to intimidate us and try to make us scared, try to get us out of the country. And I just tell them, hey, I'm American, this is my country, where do you want me to go? Another really popular question that other Muslims ask me is about my tattoos, and how do other Muslims deal with that? And to be honest, in the beginning it was very hard, because you're in the mosque, you make wudu, so they see your tattoos on your arms, the women. But even I have tattoos in my hands, they're very visible. And a lot of Muslims are layman Muslims, right? So they don't understand that when a Muslim enters into, or when someone enters into Islam to become a Muslim, Everything they did before that is forgotten. But when you take Shahada, it's like a clean slate. You're a baby. You're born new again in Islam. People don't realize that my tattoos don't have anything to do with how I practice Islam, and they're not. It is not wajib. The majority of scholars, they say it's not wajib to remove it. And when dealing with new Muslims or American Muslims, that we have tattoos, but it doesn't make us haram. Our prayers are still valid. Our wudu is still valid. We don't need to remove them. So don't pressure us or other Muslims to do something that's not obligatory. I have a very important message for all the Algerian people.